I have a question for you guys. Last week on Twitter, something was lyrics that changed my life was trending on Twitter. And I wanted to talk about it for Music Monday, but last Music Monday, we talked about the social distortion thing where Mike Ness punched the Trump supporter that was heckling him. I figured that was a little more time sensitive. So even though it was trending on Twitter last week, I decided I'm going to save it for this week. We did Mike Ness next week. So even though it was trending a week ago, we're getting to it now. Lyrics that changed our lives. I'll give you guys some time to get your thoughts together in the chat, and I'll answer the question while I'm waiting on you. Some lyrics that changed my life. First thing that comes to my mind, Craig Finn. And basically everything on his album, Clear Eyes, Full Heart. It's an incredible album, and it's a breakup record, and it got me through one of the toughest times of my life. I listened to that album nonstop when I lost my condo and I was homeless and living in my car. And some of the tracks on there's a song called Rented Room. It is just a gut-wrenching song. And it's about a guy just sort of, he's alone. You can tell he just went through some stuff. And just the imagery in that song, he goes, I'm living in a rented room, playing records in a rented room. He talks about the dive bars he's going to. He goes, I started coming here 2 years ago. They play the right kind of rock and roll. The drinks are cheap and they leave you alone. Come downstairs and have a drink or two. Just heart-wrenching, painful songs. And the album is incredible. And those lyrics really changed my life because it got me through one of the toughest times. Jethro Tull. I got to give a nod to Jethro Tull. I got into Jethro Tull when I was 6, and it was like the first rock song I heard, and I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing. And the song Aqualung, that was the first time, like, I'm a really big lyrics guy, and Jethro Tull was the first time I was ever exposed to storytelling via song. Like, Aqualung told a story, Cross-Eyed Mary told a story. And that was incredibly intriguing to me. Like, that was just... And I didn't even realize that was why I was so intrigued at the time. I thought I just liked the guitar, And I did, of course. But I also really, really got bit by the storytelling through song. And it's something I celebrate to this day. And the third nod I want to give is to a band called the Teen Idols. And that's a band, and I'm not talking about the Teen Idols spelled IDOLS. That's a different band. These guys were spelled IDLES, and they were a band from 1980. If you guys know who Ian MacKaye is from Minor Threat and Discord Records up in DC, it was Ian MacKaye's first band. They only released one EP, but the reason I single them out is because they were 17 years old, making music for other 17-year-olds and younger. They had songs about not being able to go to certain shows because they were under 21. They had songs about friends of theirs that were trying to act older than they were. They had a song called Sneakers. You're 16 going on 32, confusion of age surrounding you. Put on your sneakers and be a kid. Why don't you try and have some fun? Put on your sneakers and be a kid. You're not fooling anyone. And then, of course, their title track, Teen Idols. Teen Idols, Teen Idols. Fucking bored to tears. Teen Idols, wasted 20 years. Teen Idols, doing nothing all day. Teen Idols, nothing to do anyway. It really captures the feeling of helplessness and boredom and confusion that you get when you're a teenager in suburbia and you want something more. And I connected with them when I was 12 years old. It was the first old school punk album that I ever got. I found it at a record store, and I actually thought it was Fugazi. I didn't even know who it was. Turns out it was a band Ian MacKaye had way before Fugazi, and I popped it in, and it sounded like just a bunch of kids having fun in a garage with their tape recorder on, and I thought, holy shit, that's what I do with my friends. We have our dumb little garage band, and that album changed my freaking life. It's just a simple EP, and it doesn't have the nostalgia it once did when I was, young, but yeah, Teen Idols. Let me see what you guys are saying. Medical emergencies can't wait for theoretical debate about some better idea that will never come to pass by Hillary and the Clintons. Jimi Hendrix, straight ahead. Woman and child, man and wife, the best love to have is the love of life. Keep on pushing straight ahead. That's awesome. It's really good. Blue Scholars, commencement day, says Chris. These lyrics tell the perfect story of college graduates living in this day and age with all... Oh, jumped on me. With all the economic struggles and bleak job prospects. I'll have to check it out. Interesting. The album Wildlife by La Dispute is mine. I was at a crossroads with a relationship and my faith at the time. The album is full of true sad stories. Nice. And Jordan points out the line, everyone in the world comes to some point to suffering. I wonder when I will. I wonder. Sort of helped me learn to deal with worry and depression without religion. That's awesome. Daniel, Bob Dylan changed everything for me. You're not alone, sir. Fugazi rocks. I agree. Balthazar, I don't think any lyrics ever connected with me and changed my life. Musical phrases have, but not lyrics. Fair enough. Destruction leads to a very tough road, but it also breeds creation. And earthquakes are to a girl's guitar. They're just another good vibration. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like that chromatic tree. Those are some cool lyrics. Tool, Anima, Ethan says. Pink Floyd, Animals. Pointed threats, they bluff with scorn. This is from Daniel. Suicide remarks are torn from the fool's gold mouthpiece, the hollow horn. Blazed, wasted word proves to warn that he not busy being born is busy dying. I'm not familiar with that. Who is that? Sheep is my favorite song on Animals. Oh, that's Dylan. Okay, I thought so, but I was like, which? I want to say that's Dylan, but I don't want to say it's Dylan, and then it's not. And then the egg's on my face. That Bob Dylan guy, he only wrote a few songs. So if you miss any Dylan lyrics, you are a fool. All right, cool.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your